our left and right side of the hall. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Let's start our workshop today with recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. Associate Professor Dr. Nazra Ahmad, Deputy Dean Academic and Internationalization, Associate Professor Dr. Emilia Wong Azman, Kuliah of Engineering, respected HOD, Uncle UG and PG, respected CRD UG, and also respected Coordinator PG. Okay, welcome to our workshop today. Without further ado, I want to call upon Associate Professor Dr. Nazra for welcoming remark, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana li hadha wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana Allah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa alihi wa man wala. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Our respected speaker for today's session, today workshop. Along the semester 3, we already have, this is our third workshop. Associate Professor Dr. Emilia Wong Azman, she was the previous Deputy Director for KCA. Alright, she is from Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Kuliah of Engineering. Welcome, Doctor. And thank you very much for making time to guide us today for this workshop. Respected HODs, head of departments for all IRK and human sciences programs, CRD chairperson, curriculum review, UG curriculum review, and PG coordinators of all programs as well. And I think that's one. Akal, yes. Akal for both undergraduate and postgraduate of both HS and IRK departments. Thank you for making time, and I welcome you to this workshop on PEO development or PEO attainment. Sometimes it's called PEO attainment, sometimes it's called PEO achievement. So what is this all about? And how are we going to do this? Are we going to learn it from Dr. Emilia today, inshallah? So basically, PEO attainment or PEO achievement is a necessary documentation that we need to have in all our MQA documents, especially in light of the coming cycle of curriculum review that we're going to have next year. So this is what I may call as a stepping stone for first step for the Office of Deputy Dean of Academic and Internationalization, that my office, to assist the kuliah, to assist the departments to kickstart our curriculum review. So for those courses which are going to prepare their MQA 04 for the continuation of accreditation, for example for Bahim, then this is definitely something necessary for them to prepare when they submit their documents in December. For those who has passed their audit, accreditation audit, in some of the assessment or the comments by the reviewer, they did mention about the inexistence of PEO achievement or PEO attainment. So hopefully this workshop today will be able to assist further, give us the proper information and knowledge on how to conduct the survey. The survey to all our alumni. This is the thing, to all our alumni, and Dr. Amelia is going to tell us what are the criteria for these alumni, and what kind of questions, for example, which is suitable to maybe different kinds of PEOs, because I was made to understand that now for one program you might have 3 to 4 PEOs, compared to when I was first became the HOD back in 2019, or even when assisting the department back in 2017. We have one PEO that fits for all courses in IRKHS. So now I think it's a good thing that we have different PEOs, and it should be that way because we have different domain, different areas of studies and so on. So hopefully, inshallah, today we will, sit tight and give our focus and attention to Dr. Amelia. We want to learn and to make it better, because now that we need to understand alumni engagement, right, is very important in order for us to prepare the next document for the curriculum review. So in order for us to improve the PEO, the existing PEO for the next curriculum review, we need to see what are the feedback of our alumni who are already in the working area, right? So that we can improve further and enhance and even improve further our programs. So we are with 11 programs, Dr. Amelia, 5 in human science and another 6 in IRK. And I hope we can, inshallah, take knowledge and benefit from Dr. Amelia, who I must call also as an expert in PEO workshops, because we have seen her video so far, but we want to see her in person. So again, welcome. Thank you very much for your participation today. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Okay, thank you very much, Associate Prof. Dr. Nazra. Okay, before we proceed with our workshop, let me read expert profile on Associate Prof. Dr. Amelia Wong based on my Google. Okay, basically, Associate Prof. Dr. Amelia Wong graduated with a first-class honours in electronics from University of Southampton, United Kingdom in 2004. Betul kan sebutannya? Okay. Upon returning to Malaysia, she joined the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Faculty of Engineering of IUM as an assistant lecturer. And then 2 years after, she continued her studies in Australia and was conferred the PhD 2011. And previously, she appointed as Deputy Director at KSCA for 8 years. Wow, very expert. Okay, without further ado, we call upon Associate Prof. Dr. Amelia Wong. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So kita cakap dan tengok video tu nak cakap apa lagi kan? Alright, okay. So thank you for having me. Okay. Repeat again. Below 50, right? Yeah, I get below 50. Alright. So I will not say I'm an expert. I would say that I learn longer than you guys. Okay, because in engineering we have to start with OBE on the onset. It's part of the requirement of the engineering program that we have to do this OBE thing. Okay, so you have to bear in mind that I'm not here today to change your mind, whatever thought that you have with regard to OBE. I'm not going to change your mind on that, but basically I'm just going to tell you a way, a means that we can do, because we have to do it, because we are tied in a system. Okay,
okay, that requires us to do this OBE. So PEO is, I would say, is one of the elements that we have to fulfill in our OBE journey. Alright, let's begin. So, because I also hear the term accreditation just now. So Dr. Nazra pointed out that you also have your accreditation, right? Some of you. So I just want to throw, just to get the, it's very cold in this room. Let us heat it out a little bit in this room. Little question for everyone. Accreditation versus curriculum.
Anak duk sini tak boleh.
What are they?
Saya duk sini tak pakai.
Okay, what are they? Anyone? Because I know, because tak nak je seorang cakap, nanti I seorang je habis idea. Alright, so I need to hear someone because I need to see your understanding as well. Okay, so there are two things that you have heard just now. The term that use are accreditation and also curriculum review, okay, to be more specific. So what is accreditation? What is curriculum review? They are similar, there are some differences as well. So what are they? What are the similarities between the two? Or perhaps you want to tell me first, what do you know about accreditation? Accreditation is a certification to certify the program. Betul? Okay. The curriculums. Okay. So bolehlah. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? So what is accreditation? Who comes in to do the accreditation? MQA comes in. But IIUM is a SWA. Is a self-accreditation university. What does it mean? MQA handed a bit power to KCA, not me, KCA. Okay, they handed a little power to IIUM. IIUM passed it to the office of KCA to conduct the accreditation for all programs that is not under professional body. So accreditation is a process where the program is accredited. Why? Why is it important? Because it is going to give us a benchmark saying that is your program is okay when compared to other programs in Malaysia, as well as in Malaysia, in anywhere international, for example. And accreditation is very important, especially if you're a student taking your program and then wanting to join the civil, masuk dalam kerajaan. Okay, without accreditation, okay, so much so, we are doing this not so much for us to keep our job. It is for our students to be able to apply for jobs in the future. Okay, so accreditation is basically that. What about curriculum review? Curriculum review is improvement made every cycle. Okay, basically when you want to do improvement, you need to know what's lacking, right? So then you have to do the review, hence the word the review in the book. So it is somewhat similar. You are going to look like just now Dr. said, we are looking at the structure, betul. We are looking at structure in both curriculum review and also the accreditation. Okay, both looking into programs. That is the similarity. Those are the similarities. But the difference is they are for two different terms. Two different process altogether. Okay, curriculum review, you have to do it 3 to 5 years. You have to do it, your curriculum review. Okay, that's the duration that's given, 3 to 5 years. Accreditation, people will come in and say, okay, based on your document that you send me, based on the evidence that you send me, I think I'm going to give you just 1 year. So accreditation can do that. It specifies the period depending on how you perform during the audit exercise. So if you got 1 year accreditation, does it mean that you don't have to do curriculum review? No, you still have to do curriculum review because they are two separate processes altogether. In order for you to get accreditation, you have to do your curriculum review. Okay? Then in the curriculum review, also part of it that you want to get information for you to do the revision, for you to enhance, improve your program. You need to get the external inputs. One of the external inputs come from the accreditation reports. Okay, so they intertwine in that manner. Okay, so far so good? Yes, okay, jump next. So, which one requires OBE? Oh, just now we look at two things, right? Accreditation and curriculum review. So which one then needs OBE? Curriculum review. Betul? Unanimously, jawapannya actually both. Both need OBE. Siapa yang cakap ni? Alright, so we need to know a little bit. It so happen kalau I tak masuk KCA pun I would not read all those documents. Okay, so where is it actually? Siapa yang cakap? So Ministry of Higher Education, okay, it pecah power. So they say, okay, I'm going to give a little bit of power to MQA. So they created this MQA. So before MOHE, Ministry of Education saying that I want to pecah to MOHE and pecah to MQA. So he said that, okay, we're going to have Garis Panduan Pembangunan Akademik. That is a document, aka the Bible, for if let's say you want to create any new program. In that document, it spells out, you must do your OBE. So OBE comes not from the MQA, it actually is an instruction given by the Ministry of Education in Garis Panduan Pembangunan Akademik. I'm telling you so that you will also macam kenapa kita kena buat OBE, orang lain tak buat OBE. Other universities, international universities are not doing OBE. So why Malaysia is doing it? It so happen to be once we sign up for IIUM, we need to follow the Garis Panduan Pembangunan Akademik, and OBE is actually part of it. So then MQA datang macam mana pula? MQA datang, dia pun buat accreditation, making sure that our OBE is in place. So both requires OBE. When you are doing you want to develop your program, you must have the OBE structure. MQA is there to ensure that you are having your OBE. Okay. Then I put this one. What is this? Anyone familiar with this? Betul, SAF. Okay, so kalau kata kita kan ada new strategy that we are now in having our Tauhid epistemology, right? So that is our university strategic direction. We are having TE right now. But you also need to know what happened to SAF, because I'm also getting this feedback. So in the course outline, we have one part, sub-element. Okay, why I'm mentioning course outline? Because the last bit is your CMO, course learning outcome, which actually relates to the course outline. So in your course outline, you have this portion of sub-element. And some of you might think, apa jadi dekat sub? It is still going on. Okay, so TE basically is embedded, integrated within the concept of sub. Okay, so I put the data at the time. We'll give this snapshot, okay, in case that you want the information for the items over there. Okay, so I want to, if like nak cakap, what is, in a nutshell, what is OBE? Basically, OBE is the PDCA that we also have for ISO, the concept of plan, do, check, and act, and we also doing evaluation to our program. So it is a time when we are humbling ourselves to look into our program and see what we can improve, what is already there, what is not there, and we have to do something about it. Okay? I'm putting this up. This is from the Garis Panduan Pembangunan Akademik. Okay, I took this illustration from the document itself. Alright, so just I mentioned a little bit of course learning outcome. So if you can see here, we start off with the bigger picture. So when you are doing curriculum review now, so how many of you, just I heard, curriculum coordinator. Betul? May I know curriculum coordinator siapa? Okay, may I know how many is under you guys? Undergraduate, it doesn't matter. So because I'm going to assume for one program, you have one curriculum coordinator, or what is it? How is it? One department, one curriculum coordinator, and then going to work with 3 to 4 people. Okay, I'm going to be boast sikit lah, nak brag sikit. Yesterday, we all also going to have our review and accreditation. There are 25 of us for one document. Because this is what I'm trying to tell you this. Since you guys are working on curriculum review, we have, because being in KCA, when I ask for document, for example, there is one. Sampai sekarang, to be honest, sampai I keluar, daripada masuk sampai keluar, I never see that document. Okay, the requested document. When asked, siapa yang lagi? Who else working with you on this document? There's no one else, only me. It should not be that way. Okay, what I'm trying to say is curriculum review document, accreditation document, MQA02, MQA04, this one is your baby basically. Everyone should actually come in and help. Then only you understand. Okay, when you have this ownership, then you will want to do better. Okay, so if you're doing curriculum review, you will notice now we have to submit to 2 akak. Kan, Dr. Radwa? We have to submit akak 1, akak 2 dan only Senate. Last time there's only, once upon a time before self-accreditation was here in IIUM, we go, our document go to DCM, then to Senate. That's it. Alright? And then when SWA comes in, one of the requirement is you need to have an office, a meeting that only look into the document, the accreditation document, the curriculum document. And then we do akak. At that time also, because it's transition, we said, okay, we allow you submit to AKAD as well as DCM. But now, we say, no, no longer. Everything has to go into AKAD. But why one AKAD is not enough? AKAD ni ialah Accreditation Quality Assurance Committee. It is formed by DCM members, all the deans members, okay, looking into curriculum. Then why got 2 AKAD? Kenapa? Because the first AKAD is you want to look at the big picture. You want to look at the orange and the blue. Okay, so those of you who are working with curriculum review, you have to understand this. So, problem dia kenapa? When we ask for curriculum review, a lot of the lecturers are bogged down with course outline. They think that curriculum review is just looking at course outline, when that is actually not the case. Course outline is yang mana? Yang hijau. Is the green one. Is the very smallest circle of all. It is only should be done after you get your PEO and PL open. Okay, so last time before there's akak, 2 akak, the big picture is discussed in akak, and then the course outline is discussed in Senate. And that's when a lot of things yang macam, oh, this is tak betul, this is tak betul. Hence the reason why Refractor also saying that want to make sure that all the deliberation is done somewhere else. Hence we have the 2 akak. Okay, so akak 1 looking at big picture. After you get your big picture, okay, thumbs up, go. Okay, you get your go no go during akak 1. Selagi akak 1 say no, you have to improve your PEO. I want you to improve your PLO. You have to do that bit. You don't look at your course learning outcome yet. But I know we have been doing course outline first. We have been doing course outline, baru kita buat yang others. Yeah, we should actually be top down instead of bottom up. Your course outline is the very bottom. Okay, right. So, dalam PEO, what is it that you have to see? PEO is something later we are going to discuss this. PEO is when you want to see whether or not your program, after your student graduated from your program, 3 to 5 years after they graduated, you want to see how they perform with regard to your knowledge. The program that you have served them, offered them. You want to evaluate how they perform. Have they been actually using your program? Are they actually the job linked directly to the program? This is where PEO comes in. So PEO is tied to the university vision and mission. Okay, we have the 7 missions, and we want to get input, feedback from the alumni. I also heard Dr. Nazra say that alumni engagement is very important, and I heard you said that you have to submit the document in December. I'm like, unless if you have that alumni database. Do you have, Dr. Nazra? Sort of, okay. Unless if you have the alumni database active, active alumni database, then I see you have no problem, no issue to get it done. Macam you will do it nice, smooth. But if you say your program never actually kept any alumni database, then you will have a little bit difficulties. Okay, but you still have to do it. Given that this is a standing issue right now. Okay, I have to bring this information. Last time when MQA comes in, they come in saying that okay, as long as they do this, as long they show this is what, as long they have PEO, they have. As long they have PNO, they have. As long they have proper CNO, they have. Right now, they want to start looking at whether or not you are measuring, whether or not you are analyzing this PEO statement, this PNO statement. Okay, I'm here for you to, I can also tell you, last week, the University Pro Tem Committee for OBE, IIUM OBE Pro Tem Committee, already finalized IIUM OBE framework. Okay, finally, they already have it. They yet to announce it and make it public to the deans. But they already work it, finalize it. The implementation, I would see a little bit challenged to some of the. I'm not part of the committee, but I have get feedback on it. So I would say that I will see some challenges. Okay, but you have to start somewhere. Okay, IIM OBE committee will soon release the framework for IIUM. Okay, so PEO is basically that getting feedback from your stakeholders, getting feedback from your external advisor if you have those. Okay, and then this information, you see, you have to evaluate, evaluate, and you have to analyze the information that you received, and then it's CQI. Then you said, okay, do we need to improve our PEO? Do we need to improve our performance indicator? Later you will see. We are going to do the peak performance indicator as well today and the survey. Alright, next, then after that we do the same thing for PLO. Okay, is it okay? PLO is right for the cohort, they masuk 2000 to 2020 for example. So 2024, you must have a report for that cohort, 2020. Once they graduated, you should be able to tell whether or not you have achieved your program learning outcome or not. Okay, PEO is 3 to 5 years. You send a survey to your students, your alumni graduated, 3 to 5 years, then they answer the survey, and then you can measure whether or not your program achieved your PEO or not. PLO, your student finished that cohort, then straight away you can produce the report. From the report, you evaluate your report. You want to see how is that cohort with our PLO, any achievement. You analyze it, see whether you have to improve your PLO or not. Do we need to improve? That's the cycle. Okay, and last but not least, then you have to look at your CLO. Okay, you can also see that these are the, this is the one that we do in class, CLO. The CLO, this cycle here, is the thing that we do in class. Okay, we do evaluation, we do our learning, teaching and learning, and then we look at class. Alright? So we're going to, I have to show you this. I know macam kata kenapa bored me with this. I'm just trying to tell you because I also hear you're doing a curriculum review, so it is also useful. Now, curriculum IRCations should be easy. Betul kan? You guys have one PEO for the whole program. For the whole kuliah. Dah tak? Bukan korang ada satu and then you have the babies. Bukan you have for each program you have separate, but you also map the separate with the similar PEO. Is it not? Betul kan? Betul kan? You have the kuliah one and then you have the program ones. Betul kan, Prof? Okay, then in that sense, that one is a little bit special. It means what? Unlike other kuliah, from the way I said, IRCations has this special little bit. Whether it's a pro and cons, I'm not sure, but I can tell you this, you still have to figure out, Dr. Nazra and the team, basically you have to decide whether or not you want to also evaluate the kuliah level. Okay? Yes. Because I remember reading your Senate paper. So when I look at the Senate paper, Hebatnya, okay.
So
Macam
at the end of the
ni.
day, if you are under certain program standard, you
Ah.
have to follow the program standard.
Agree. That's what I'm saying. You will have, no, hands down that you will have to do your PEO survey for your program. Itu memang kena buat. Itu memang wajib. What I'm saying is, Dr. Nazra and basically the management have to decide because you have the kuliah level. Okay, unless you like macam the assessor datang, they didn't see that. So then they will not question lah. Because when you have something, so it's always like this. Once you tick dalam CLO, you said you want to tick this one kan, you have to evaluate and assess, right? So same thing. Once you said you have another separate PEO statement, okay, if the assessor is in the know that you actually have that, that is my only small concern. Okay, they might ask why you have that, what is it for? If you have it, do you evaluate? So these are the kind of questions that auditor likes to ask. Why you have it if you are not going to evaluate it? So these are the things the management of AHAS KRK shares. Because last time I said AHAS cooks, tahu tak AHAS cooks. Pendek sikit tapi dia tak bagi, dia kata AHAS KRK shares. AHAS KRK shares has to decide. Okay, the management. Alright. So this is basically it. The attributes, the 5 attributes, you have to also have this. Betul kan? We actually adopt this directly from that time you said dia betul-betul suka the way you guys actually elaborate on the students' attributes and also for alumni attributes. You can actually get some of the keywords here as you work in your performance. So I'm putting here so that you also know what are the documents that you can actually see when you're working on it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly just show you this in self. Kalau nak cakap mission, because you know your PEO is linked to your mission, so you can see here. CLO is mapped to PLO. So CLO is mapped to PLO. So in the course learning outcome portion, remember there's one portion, there's one table. The CLO is mapped to your PLO. Okay, PLO is mapped to PEO, and PEO is mapped to IIUM missions. Now for AHAS also, I also see that you also have mapping to your staff. Banyak sangat. I see mapping to soft, mapping to soft skill lagi kan. Okay, if that document your auditor nampak, again as mentioned, when you put it like that, it means you have to be able to evaluate. Because I know AHAS do more mapping than just this. Okay, so you have to decide at the management level how to go about. So but if you ask me apa yang penting je in OBE, the standard all is just this one here. Okay. So I'm just ni laju-laju je because after this we're straight going to look at OBE. So what is it? So PEO, map PEO to IM mission, and then dalam IM mission basically we are translating the stuff into from IM missions, and then we have PLO after completed the program. This is basically a summary of what I've mentioned just now. So the PLO is mapped to PEO, map PLO against MQF domain. This one is a must. Now we have MQF 2020, MQF 2.0, 2024. Make yourself well versed with the term. If you're having an accreditation soon, you need to be well versed of MQF 2.0, 2024. Alright? 2020 apa? And then yang paling best, if you ask me, the 4 items new one, the flexible education value based ESD, okay, and then the fourth one apa ya? The fourth one is the normal one. Prof Suhaimi basically memang come to IIUM to learn stuff to work on the updated version of MQI. So if you ask me, IIUM memang we are on the right track. We already do our value-based education. We have already our ESD as well, sustainable development. Alright, but we have to have that mapping, and then we look into program structure as Dr. just now mentioned, Dr. Azra mentioned. We look into the program structure, and then we have our PLO to our CM. Ingat, yang ini, this one. This one, what is this? Later, this is a document from Noble MQF punya. It's just going to show you that the level, but we're not going to look at course learning, course outline. We're not going to look at learning outcome, so I'm just going to skip this. Now, this is benda. So if you wanna, macam mana kita nak start the heavy thing dah. Nak ambil air kopi dulu ke? Adakah? Pergi toilet. Alright. So if you want to go quick one, because after this is the heavy one, I need your mind dah. Tak boleh nak kena fokus dah. Tak boleh nak pergi toilet. Tak boleh. So I need your focus 100%. So if you need to go, do it now. If you want to have your coffee, go and get it now. You come back in 5. Boleh Cepat. It's there. But if we can finish everything by 11, memang boleh sangat. Okay. Then we can call it a day. Okay. So this is basically, as just a summary, CLO is every semester, PLO is every cohort, PEO is after 3 to 5 years, and I think there's a context when we are writing our PEO and also PLO. Okay, now some of you might familiar yourself with this PEO. Siapa punya ni? Siapa punya? Which programs is this? I got this from Manja. Alright, okay, so later we will see, but I'm not going to put it later, so I just want to make sure that if you haven't had your PEO, this is the time for you to have it in front of you so that we can actually work together. Okay, so I repeat, if you don't have your PEO right now, you might want to ask from your friend, your colleagues, boleh tak bagi aku satu copy? Can I have a snapshot of the PEO? I also need to look at it and think about our PEO. Alright, jom. Now, when writing PEO is one thing. Okay, writing PEO is you have to have the verb, content, and context. That's a different workshop altogether. But we're going to look at how then, with your PEO, assuming now you already have your PEO, you need to start evaluating to show the PEO attainment. Okay, so Dr. Nazra said that sometimes people use achievement, sometimes people use attainment. In IIUM, in documentation, we use PEO attainment, PLO achievement. Okay, but other university might use it differently, but IIUM sometimes also put terbalik, but we are using it in document as of 30th June 2025, PEO attainment, PLO achievement. Alright, so in order for us to measure our PEO, to see whether or not we have attained our PEO statement, okay, we need to have performance indicator. So just now you said that, okay, we need to do the survey, we need to contact the alumni for survey. But what are the questions to our survey? Okay, in order for us, before we come out with the question to the survey, we must first define our performance indicator. Performance indicator is saying that the minimal standard, saying that PEO statement is attained. Okay, so when writing it, I'm just going to show you a bit. One example, this is from MJIIT. Okay, so in 2017, so the PEO, kita baca PEO sama-sama. So the PEO states, dia kata, generate innovate ideas or products in local or international industry or government, and to work in multidisciplinary teams in implementing these solutions in practice. Okay, just a little bit information, they have changed this. Okay, when I get this on the website, it was this, and they know there are double barrel altogether. Okay, if you ask me, the PEO is very, there are two things that they are actually one thing. Okay, so they have actually updated it. So taking this PEO as an example, okay, and then you can see here, in 2017, they published their performance indicator for you can see that one PEO, they put how many performance indicator? 3. So this is the first point that I want everybody to take note. Not necessarily one PEO, one performance indicator. So this is the first point I want everyone to be able to observe. One PEO, not necessarily one performance indicator. As Dr. Adina mentioned, there are 3 items there. So for MJIIT, they said that for PEO1, I want them to have my performance indicator, 3 performance indicator. Alright, other observation. Other observation. The one yang macam nampak, what is it? Yeah? percentage, right? So everything must be quantitative. Is quantifiable. So number one, you can have more than one performance indicator. Number two, it must be quantifiable. You can use percentage, you can use number. 1, 2, 3, 100, all. You can say all students, all graduates lead a unit. You can also say that. Okay? So you can put
we get this data from our alumni.
so the percentage, no. So we didn't get this data from alumni, no. These are the performance indicator means you set from.
We say.
You set first. So you want to say that, okay, for my PEO 1, of generate innovative ideas or product in local or international industry or government and to work in multidisciplinary teams in implementing this solution or practice. So I'm saying, okay, I'm going to have 3 PEO indicators. I think that my student, more than 75% of my graduates will be able to work in team. So these are the number that you foresee. You say that in order for students to achieve this PEO, more than 75% of the graduates work in team. What else? You say that more than 60% of graduates lead a unit. So this is what you specify you want. So you want your sample to achieve. Now I use the word sample now, and I want you to link back to your alumni active database. Okay. So the percentage is referring to the alumni for that specific cohort. So for example, in 2024, you have 100 students. 50, however, is from the old program, the old CR, for example, the old curriculum review. So only the 50% is from the new curriculum. So then you cannot mix the two. In other words, you cannot take all alumni survey from different cohort to reflect on the specific items. It must go by cohort. So your database is very important. The engagement, that's why if you can see, alumni engagement is in the accreditation document. Because they want to make sure you continue to engage with your alumni so that you know this alumni is from the 2020 cohort. This alumni is from the semester 2, 2021, 2022. This alumni, you can actually pinpoint like that. Alright? So it is wrong if you just send out survey questions to your alumni and you lump it all together and say that this is for the cohort. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, now, that is also what a lot of programs have done. Kalau your examiner, your assessor didn't realize, it's fine. If they decide to look at the matrix number, can I see the student's data? They want to check till that, maybe dia tak ada masa, dia ada banyak masa at that time. They want to make sure that these students come from the cohort, and you will be in trouble. So the percentage is actually reflecting to the percentage from each cohort. Okay, I mentioned this. You have 11 programs. AHAS is actually a very mature programs. We have actually, so AHAS should actually have every semester. At the end of every semester, you actually have a survey round. Because we already passed the 3 to 5 years. So actually every year, so kalau kata boleh tak kita nak buat every year je. In November after graduation, you want to do pop one question. Boleh, you want to do that. You want to do once a year, you set a date, but it is for 2 cohort. Okay, so you have to bear in mind this one because Dr. Nazra mentioned this. I need to be able to tell you guys what are the cohort. So the survey questions should come from as such. Okay, don't do that mistake. Yep.
This is new, right? We have not done this before.
The performance indicator?
Yeah, we have not done.
Yes, and hence the reason why during SWA I work with Dr. Madi and Dr. Rohaiza, kan? Soka. I work with Soka because they the SWA assessor picked 2 programs. One is Soka and another one I cannot remember. I think education, Arabic. So they said they want to come up with the PEO. I know you guys never done this before, except for engineering because we have been doing it. And JIT is also part of engineering.
But
So,
we were not told to do this before, I remember.
okay, I want to step back on that. Okay, macam.
I am in charge of the curriculum development in my department.
Okay,
for a
that's
long
what.
time.
Development is different than assessment. If you can remember the cycle just now. When you develop, after you just have it, then you will start to evaluate. When you evaluate, you need to evaluate the performance. Then you have to come up with the performance indicator. So development is a different stage. The performance indicator comes at the end when you are doing your evaluation and analysis. So tak apa, we are learning. We hopefully by soon with the IIM OBE framework in place, so people will start to pick up all this OBE thing and then we will do it. Yeah, cohort. Okay. Sekejap, I think people cannot see this. Let me just pull this. Sekejap. 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 So, you are saying... Okay, no, that's right. Okay, so your batch is? Okay, one program. 4 years, okay. 2022. Okay, so this is the cohort. Okay. Lepas tu?
So meaning that we have to have representative from each year.
No. That is one cohort.
2020.
So maksudnya the sample should come from batch, SEM. So maksudnya sama ada SEM 1, 2022, 2023.
So the sample has to come only from this.
Yes, correct. Betul. Ramai yang buat ialah they just send the survey out and then they just lump it as from the same cohort. No, salah. From that particular cohort is wrong.
So when that student that comes later, we will have to do the survey.
That one is another cohort.
So I think
Every year, as I mentioned just now, that's why actually every year you will have to issue the survey questions and you have to analyze the question because you're a matured program. Every year you have student graduated 3 to 5 years after graduating. Yeah.
all the batches are batch SEM 1 or 2. 1 and 2, 2023.
Maksudnya, betul. Maksudnya for you are talking about this buat sample kan? Maksudnya, so for batch 2022-2023, they just graduated in 2025. So you are evaluating them bila? Now, come on cepat, tell me. So tahun 2028, correct. I repeat. So therefore, survey question for this cohort, you have to issue them in 2028. That is 3 years after they graduated. Yes. We are sending now. So now, if sending now, if sending now, if we send now, this is 2025, people, this is 2025. So which cohort? No, 3 to 5 years. So which cohort? 2018, that one berapa tahun dah graduate tu? 18, 18, 18, 19. 18, 19. This one is taking how many years? 4 years ke? 3 years ke? 5 years ne? Now you guys need to know this. Kena fokus lah, fokus. This is simple maths. Cepat simple. Okay, let me start. I repeat. If we issue our survey, pocut. Now, if we issue our survey, mana boleh macam tu? If we issue, guna tangan tak apa, cukup, tak lebih 10 jari, cepat. If we issue survey now, i.e. 2025, which cohort are we evaluating? Nak I letak ayat penuh-penuh sikit. Minimum 3 years. Minimum 3 years, maximum 5 years. You can do 3 to 5 years, you can do 4 years. Ni matematik 1, 2, 3. Cepat. Balik. Doktor. Ya, doktor. Boleh. Tak boleh on top. Kita kena jawab ni dulu. Nanti orang confuse. Okay, graduated 2025. You tell me. Cepat. Cepat. Ni bagi satu. Tak. Itu soalan lain. Itu soalan lain. Kita jawab yang soalan ni dulu. Okay, cepat.
Sem 1, 21, 22.
Okay. Kawan. Cepat. Pocut. Alright, cepat. So, graduate 2020. Graduate dulu ni. So dia graduate. Okay, dia graduate 2020. This is taking 5 years. Betul tak? Your program berapa tahun? Your program is 4 years. So batch berapa ni? You. Faham tak? Can you see this? So that's what I said. Macam memang your active database. So right now you have to start keeping your database, engage with the save email, save phone number as well. Okay. Social media. Use social media. Okay, now coming back to soalan Dr. Aisyah tadi. Doktor kata, now if we have Dr. Aisyah pula. We have different different program, different PEO macam mana. So for the batch, if let's say that one is a different kind of question altogether. What if we did CR change okay. Now when you sekejap. Now, what if we change? We did our CR, we changed PEO. So now, that's why it's important for you to track. This cohort is reflecting which curriculum. So, for example, if let's say student, the one situation, now situation 1 ialah student join in SEM 2020-2021. You did CR in 2022. Okay, now the question is, which PEO should we use? The previous one. Correct. We cannot use the new one. Alright, so what does it mean? It means you also have to have 2 separate sets of performance indicator for separate sets of PEO. Okay? jawab soalan, Dr. Kajak? Astaghfirullah. Yes, Prof. Kejap, wait.
We are introducing this now in our PEO. We have not done this before.
Okay, good.
So are we expected to do the analysis retrospectively or from now on?
Good question. Prof. Tamim asked a very good question. So what happened? We never done this. Die. Now the answer is tak mati insyaAllah. You have to start now from your, now this is 2025, betul? So you have to do this one, basically. You are doing 2025. You need to issue, because you are doing accreditation, they are looking at your 2025, 2024, 2022, 2023, 2022, following your accreditation duration. So they want to look at your PEO analysis for that particular duration. So should actually you have 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 PEO analysis for which cohort? So you tolak lah 3 to 5 years. Oh, sebenarnya sakit. Tapi do one is enough, if you ask me. They want to see at least one. Okay, at least we have something. Okay, but the real one you have to do for each of the year. Okay, but if you ask me, we never have this, so it's better that you have one, which is from the one if you want to take, you take the 3 years lah. Kalau if you take the 3 years, so tak jauh sangat from you, so taklah 2016. So if let's say boleh tak I nak buat dia graduate 3 years je, boleh lah. Saya tak jumpa lah student saya, boleh kita buat 2023, so then it will be 2022. Graduated 2025, 3 years, and then this one would be 18. So you have to start contacting your students of 2018. Use of social media. Okay, Good? Prof. Tamim?
Yes. I think the PEO should issue a directive to all the departments.
Correct.
Indicating the year of the assessment.
Louder.
So that we can have standardized.
Exactly. So everybody do the same one.
Yes.
Okay, later for accreditation, especially if you have many programs in the same day, and then they can talk, your cohort, your program, they do which cohort? That one will die, kill at. Okay, so try to avoid that. Okay. Alright, now we do the sekejap kita habis lagi yang tadi. Alright. So far so good. So the first observation, you can have more than one performance indicator, betul? It must be quantifiable, the second point. And then you set, what do you think? Okay, now I'm just going to flip the next one. Now if you can see here, what do you notice? I want you to tell me your observation. Just your observation. Just by looking at this. They change. Exactly. The first one, the very obvious. They change what? They change the percentage. Betul tak? So this is what happened in revision. So bila orang cakap, especially for the postgraduate by research, why must we do curriculum review? We don't have any courses mah. Why must we do? Because this is part of the things that you are reviewing, the performance indicator. So you can actually, from 60, in this case for example, the second and the third one, the second one, it drops from 60 to 40. Why? Maybe after they think that, tak logic lah, 60% is too many. 60% of 100 is 60 students. 60 students leading a unit, there's so many, how many je unit available? So why not we reduce it to 40? This is what you can do. The next one, 15, it increased. 15% of graduates produce new products. First he said that, susah kot. Our graduates want to produce new product. It so happen to be, they can actually produce good product. So then they do what? Or ideas, because the word is or ideas. So then they increase it to 30% of graduates work related. They change it altogether. They say, is it possible sebenarnya? Sorry. It's impossible to produce new product and idea. Why not we just change it to 30% of graduate work related to mechanical engineering discipline? So this is part of the CR. When you do your akad number 1, you also want to start reviewing. Although this one doesn't go into your proposal, these are part of the things that you want to look at.
Is there any minimum percentage?
Is there any minimum percentage? Okay, so this is the best thing. when I was in KCA at that time, they asked, kenapa tak KCA je? Why not you set the number? You, Emilia, you set for me the number. The thing is, it's impossible for me to do it. It's impossible for us to standardize the number. Only you know your graduates, only you know for your field how many can achieve it. For example, if I ask you, how many students you think from IIU engineering faculty can get IR after 3 to 5 years after they graduated? If you are not there in the system, you don't know the process of getting IR, you will say, alah senang je isi borang dapat kan? No, the answer is we have to do the attachment and everything. So the percentage of, we don't even use percentage now. We said 1 or maximum of 5 students getting IR in the first 3 to 5 years after graduating. So only the field know how many you can achieve, how much you can achieve. Yeah, doctor. Oh tidak. Oh, no. As I mentioned, improving the indicators is one bit of the CR for PEO. It's the improvement of PEO. You can also definitely change your PEO. They change it. Okay? Alright. Any question? There lagi. Yep.
What if the performance indicators are not quantified?
Okay.
They say moral commitment. So
Nanti ada satu example. But the answer is, we still have to make it. Yeah, I know, right? So if you ask me, that's the thing. Pasal itulah you guys have to masuk kementerian. Okay, because when engineers is the one yang started all this bit, they like numbers. Not my fault, ask the people before me. So they started it that it has to be quantifiable. It's not my fault. So it's always easier. See, this is the thing. Easier. People always, so it's easy to evaluate performance based on number, hence you have to do the numbers. Sorry, Dr. Nazra. Tak apa, basic. No basic question. Jadi. Okay. Belum lagi. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. We haven't go to that yet. Okay, jom kita masuk now. Ready? We go. So the first one is observation. I hope I capture your attention in that bit. So you can see that performance indicator, you can have multiple performance indicators for one specific PEO. It must be quantifiable. You can change the number, only you know what are the specific, the minimum percentage or the minimum number that we want to put. Now we go to the next level before we do the practice question. Now Dr. Nazra asked the question which I actually have to ask you guys. Now how do we come out with the performance indicator? Now you need to find the keywords in your PEO. I want you to look at the PEO and then you have to identify the keyword. A measurable keyword. Measurable keyword. So in this case, you see the first one. Jom kita buat sama-sama for this one. You can straight away nampak. The first one, they want to put the word team, right? So then they said they take the word team. So you need to find the keyword in your PEO. What else? What else? So this one they said dia cakap lead a unit. Mana ada? Tak ada kan? There is no direct keyword, right? Ijtihad. Betul. Correct. That's right. Sometimes you, especially from Quran and Sunnah, you have to do this ijtihad more. So you look at the PO and then you say that no, I think that we can achieve. We can actually survey out. We can ask this question to see whether or not they are leading a unit for this specific PO. For them to work in this, it's not enough just to work in teams. I want them to lead the team. So then you come up with the performance indicator to show or not whether they have that. Okay? And then the next one, you identify from the first part, right? So I said ini susah sebenarnya. Dah lah international local susah sebenarnya. This PO is very difficult. Alright? So you have to look for keywords. Now, second question of Dr. Nazra. Macam mana? How do you want to know? We can change it like this. We have this, now we have that. So usually, if you look, even it's 2017, and then the survey was issued again, right? And then they noticed that the number to get this cannot be achieved. That's when you feel that we are measuring the wrong thing. We are not going to be able to do this, and hence we also need to improve our PEO. 2020, let's change our PEO, change the word produce new products and ideas altogether. Okay, yeah, Dr. Lim.
Okay, I have a question here. This is about, okay, this PEO, it starts with generative innovative ideas, right? Generate innovative ideas and products. And if you look at indicators 2017, the last one, 15% of registered use new products and ideas. And you said just now we look at the keyword, right?
Yeah.
So I feel that if we look at the PEO and the indicator, it jives.
But correct, that is right.
However, when they changed the indicators in 2019, there's no more generate
more.
innovative ideas,
No
right?
more.
So does it mean that in 2019 they have also changed the PEO?
It could be. It could be. That's what I'm saying. I got this sample from their website, and then it's no longer there. So if I press that
But
in
for
again,
us,
Mhm.
for our practice,
yeah,
if we were to change the indicator, does it mean that we
it should. It must be reflected.
in the PEO?
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes, settled. Dah, boleh lah balik ah. Dah berapa ni? Lagi 29 minit. Nah, boleh balik.
I just looked into the PEO of one of our programs. The PEO focuses more on theoretical dimension. How do I measure? How do I come up with
Mana?
indicators?
Five. Five boleh. Five boleh. I nampak five boleh. Okay. Example apa? Example apa? What is it from your example?
Suluddin.
Suluddin. You have it? You want to WhatsApp me?
I lost.
So I can show you.
Okay, I lost it.
You know what? Ada Apple. Ini wajah. We do this now.
How many people are employed in political science? They won't. How many people are leading the team? Manifestation.
Betul. Satgi dia buat.
Hands on for how only 50 That's the problem with the PEO.
Supaya kita tak dapat people around him.
Alright, jom kita tengok sama-sama. I see Aci, sekejap. So, nak guna komputer. Sekejap. Alright, so now, this is Prof. Tamim's one. Which one? This one? This one? This one? Which one? Same. What number? PO2? Alright, jom, let's just look. And we are a team, right? We want to help Prof. Tamim. Jom. PO2 say treat knowledge as a divine trust bestowed by Allah to be applied with responsibility across various fields, be it academia, research or community service. And dah nampak dah. Alright, cepat, boleh. This one can be done. PO2 can be done. Pasal PO2 is easy. PO2 is easy. Ada yang susah sikit. Now, come on. Like if we do PO2, what is the keyword that we can measure? So because I know the word is treat, but because it's already there, we cannot change it until the next Senate. We have to go to Senate, but now we have to submit in December. Habis tak sampai. Alright, now we have to issue. So we need to come up with performance indicator for this. So which is it?
Various fields.
Yes. So from the various fields, so what we can do? So we want to say that the question would be like you said, be in academia, right? So you can say that the question would also be similar to just how we have for MJIT. You maybe say that more than 10% of the cohort, for example. So this is for PhD, bagilah senang. Join becoming a lecturer, for example. Okay, teaching the course. Yeah. So means from your cohort, if let's say there's 10 students, 10% of 10 students, one student join the academia. So that can be done. So then, for example, or you put even community service. So which is actually can be done. This one can be easily done. Yes, working in NGOs.
So it is not necessary that all 4 PEOs must have the indicator.
No. All from. You cannot be selective. You have to do for all.
Okay, we understand now.
Alright, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Can? Okay.
Okay, but then what is your advice?
My advice
For the next course, if the new reform PO should not be so abstract, isn't it? For the new curriculum.
If you want to do your CR, so when you're doing your CR next time, so you have to like figure out like macam mana how best can be. But insyaAllah, Prof Tamim one easy, can do. Alright. Okay, any questions so far? No more? Okay, kita buat practice because from practice we know how to do it. Then I can go back. Now let's look at this first one. So I hope everybody can put your mind to it because I know until you try, then only you can do. You have to try. Okay, you have to put a dent in your head. This is what I learned from Emilia's class. Then only you can do on your own. Okay, I need to ensure that my learning outcome, basically my outcome, I need to evaluate myself. At least the population, I would say at least 30% from today's participant is able to write their performance indicator. That's my performance indicator. Alright, now let's look into this one. This is the first one. Shall we do it together? This is from Kuliah Pharmacy. To produce pharmacy practitioners who synthesize, apply, organize, deepen their knowledge and understanding of pharmacy concept and clinical experiences to provide quality and services to the government agencies and health-related industry locally and globally. So I want everybody to try just type dekat you punya PC.
75% of the cohort will become pharmacists.
75%. Tu I juga yang type, takkan korang nak type lepas tu korang nak. Alright, so now you want me to type? Okay, I type lah, I thought you want to type and you give me the piece of paper. Tak nak. Okay, let me put. I insert. Pula nak buat Padlet sebenarnya tapi Padlet free dah habis kuota. Wah, kedekut ni tak nak bayar. Alright, so Prof Tamim was saying, this is from Prof saying that, what is your suggestion just now? 75%.
Become pharmacists.
Become pharmacist. Anyone agree? Kecil sangat kan? Tak nampak lah. Kita orang belakang lah bos. Yeah, I know. I'm also old. I also cannot see already. Like this. The back, can see? Can see? Yang dekat belakang. Alright. So the first one, Prof Tamim say, I want to do this for the performance indicator for this PEO. I want to say that it produces 75% of the cohort becomes pharmacists. Who agree? All of them. Nah, nanti contohnya macam when you say all, there cannot be housewife. You know, if your female student, the husband is a provider. This is the word now, viral word, provider. The husband is provider. The husband said, no, you stay at home. I become the provider. You cannot become pharmacist. Then you lose your number. Yeah. Yeah, but then to put all, so I just wanted to say, if you put all, okay, the word all is super duper dangerous because you are saying that no female student can become housewife when housewife is the best job ever. I cannot. Exactly. The keyword is practicing. Okay, so 75% become practicing pharmacists. Okay, I want to hear feedback. So you need to be able to understand this. Tak tipu, you understand this, you dah boleh buat, kita boleh balik. Buat satu ni pun cukup. Cepat.
Dia atur tau. So then they join the government. Pharmacists in government
Boleh.
sector. Another one is at the industry.
Okay, so that one you want to do a separate one or what? Okay, you want to add another one which is
Like say 50%.
50%. Let's say. Tak boleh let's say, no, you have to. No, you have to.
30%.
30%. No, you 30% will join
Government
agencies.
We do the apa tu survey 5 years.
5 years. Okay. So this is after 5 years. I'm just gonna put a note here. After 5 years. This is for after. I'm just gonna put this after. Now, because it really depends. Okay, the selection of percentage and everything will right. Now, I want to say there is an issue. Straight away, I'm gonna tell you guys there is an issue. Two issues. Same issues for both of the performance indicator. What is it? Who can spot it? Who can spot the major issue in this performance indicator? The same issue is there in both of these two performance indicators. Right? Cepat.
Availability of position.
No. Cepat, laju.
Percentage.
Macam mana?
Percentage.
What is it?
Exceed the 100%.
Yes, correct. So if you say 75%, means if you have 100 students, 75%, you only want 75 students just should become pharmacists. If you got 76, no, tak boleh. You get 74, memang tak boleh. But 76, 78, which is more than 75%, you still said no because I only take 75%. You see this problem? So what is it that you have to revise? Just a small tweak. What is it?
35% you.
You can put at least if you want to write or you want to put the if you are mathematical. Kan. Boleh. You want to put at least. Boleh. I write. Yeah, okay, I write. So you can put at least 75% or you can use the like that. Okay, more than 30% join government. Okay, so just now you have two separate indicators now. One you're looking at the whether they masuk government or industry, and another one you want to make sure the keyword is there. Anything else that you want to add?
Some may not want to work as pharmacists.
Can.
They want to open pharmacies.
They open pharmacy. Can or not? That one can or not? Can. That one you look out of the box, Prof. Your ijtihad, Masya Allah. Very good. That one is high level. Very good. That one is spot on. So you want to say that what is it? Give it to me. If you want to open a pharmacy. This is 3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
3 to 5 years tak buka. Dia memang anak jutawan. Okay, cepat. Dia anak jutawan. This one you have one student, anak jutawan.
Say I'm a pharmacist.
Okay, you are
I work
pharmacist.
with the government for 5 years, and then I'm not satisfied with the government performance or service. I just go and open a pharmacy.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, you can.
So
But then,
you can say at least 10% of the graduates.
okay, understand. This one is you only send once to that cohort, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So if whatever he or she do after the period of 3 to 5 years, no longer means after 3 to 5 years, then only 100% of the students have their own pharmacy shops. Then that one is different. But in 3 to 5 years, so what is it then? Cepat.
Maybe 5%.
5%. What? 5% only? Allah.
At least.
Okay. Now you learn. Quick.
5% or less.
At least 5% or less.
Tapi saya dulu tu. Betul, yang ni tu yang persen less atau approximately.
Oh, you want to do like that? Astaghfirullah. So you want to do? Astaghfirullahalazim. Kata tak suka. Macam ni? Macam ni ke? This is maths. Okay. Just write. No, but you don't do this. Don't, never ever. Okay, so whether open a pharmacy. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you, is this attainable? The word attain kan? Do you think that in 3 to 5 years, we have so in one of the cohort batch, at least 5 students, the parents are millionaire?
Maybe not difficult.
Very difficult, right? Okay, so maybe affiliated. Okay, if it's not, maybe affiliated. Okay, so I will also put in if let's say I want to be because I think we need to have that because maybe I'm in the pharmacy field, macam, okay, confirm in every cohort there is one parent who are millionaire. So I'm just going to put one graduate. You can also do this. Okay, now if it's TikTok, we can put here. Alright, there you have it. Do you see this? So you can have as many as you want. You can stop at 2. You want to add the third one is also fine. We do another one. Jom.
Another one is locally and globally.
Apa
And
dia?
related industries locally and globally.
Global.
So what can you do if you
It's
want?
not necessarily pharmacies tau, pharmaceutical industry, but it's health related industry.
So if let's say I want to, dia nak jadi, if let's say dia become R&D, a scientist in that bit, advisor, consultant, 3 to 5 years. But you have to remember, 3 to 5 years, can they achieve the consultant? Okay, so so consultant, can they become consultant in 3 to 5 years, something like that. So you, that's why I said only you know, only they know. I don't know.
So put less lah.
I don't know. 我不记，我真的不记。Alright, okay, we go to the next one. We go to 我不知道。Okay, this is another one. Ambiguous punya. Can we put an ambiguous statement? So for example, if you ask me, this is very ambiguous enough. Pharmacy practitioners. This one, the word for this PEO, I said this is very good. Okay, I would say because they didn't say pharmacist. They said pharmacy practitioner. So means it can be in whichever practices that they are. So I think this is a cool one. Okay, jom. The next one, jom. Kita nak balik pukul 11. Dah 10:52. Okay, jom next. Jom, the next one, everybody. So yang belum buat, I hope those of you who have, because I have very excellent student, Prof. Tamim. Okay, I ask him to quiet now because he's excellent already. I want the rest, the input. So now read the PEO number, this is practice question number 2, PEO 3, equip the students with understanding and application of the relevant concepts of biotechnology in addressing societal needs. This is PEO 3 responsibly. You see, addressing societal needs responsibly. This will ensure the graduate produced are imbued with Islamic values and contribute to the Muslim Ummah. Okay, jarang PEO have 2 statements like this. Okay, so this is real PEO I took from biotech lah. Okay, so it is very unlikely to actually have PEO statement of 2 sentences. Okay, now I want you to tell me. Senat lepas. Lepas. Dia punya assessor cakap apa, tak cakap apa. Okay. So what do you think actually the thing that they want to measure? When you look at this PEO, what do you think? Some prof, they are very quiet. You didn't talk, they didn't talk. Maybe you have to talk. What is it that they actually want to measure here? Yes, Aisha. That's right. This one is actually specifically wanting to look at ethics. Very good. So the word ethics is not there, but ijtihad dia sebenarnya is actually wanting to look the scope is actually wanting to look at the ethics.
Tapi not just ethics because other universities yang non-Islamic should also emphasize ethics. Tapi mesti kita kena angkat dari Islamic.
Betul? Correct. So in ours is we want to have the Islamic values. So yeah. Yeah, because MQF 2024, because they have to make it generic, right? So the term that is used at MQA level is ethics. So I can understand why Natasha say ethics. So cepat, give me.
Can we say 10%
best student ni kan. Okay.
10%.
10%. Let me take 10%.
Supervisors of
Super
biotechnology
man.
industries.
Let me put. Okay, we want to say 10%. No, Prof, cannot say 10%. What is it?
Okay.
At
What is
least,
it?
at
What is
least.
it?
They become advisors.
No, at least you have to. You remember, you cannot say 10. Cannot be 10.
More than 10%.
More. I like more. Okay,
More than 10%.
more than 10%.
Work as supervisors.
Work
Supervisors
as
or advisors.
supervisors slash. This is the slash advisor.
In biotechnology industry.
We make it bigger so that our students at the back can see okay.
More than 10% work as Sharia compliant advisor in biotechnology industry.
Perfect. More than 10% as
Sharia
Syariah.
Sharia compliant. Sharia compliant.
Like this. Boleh lah. You should go and talk to the dean of pharmacy. Say, I want to suggest this for your. Good. This one is excellent. Masya Allah. But to me, again, if I'm just gonna use like I'm seeing from my perspective, I think maybe 10% is a bit too big. Okay, from the way I see it, 10% is too big. I have like 500 students. They become supervisor already.
Yeah, less than 1%.
I would say around. So I would, if you ask me, I think it's very good. I would only like just look again at the numbers. Less than 20%.
Apa ya? Dia tadi nak suka sendiri. Pada etik.
Okay, boleh. Yang from the back benches and the side benches. Oh, diorang cop Itulah tak cakap awal-awal dah tu Ustazah cakap awal. Dah kena colek. Alright, the back one, the last table. I'm looking at
We were
row
discussing
table.
on this statement, the first statement just now.
The first statement just
Yeah.
now.
Is it possible that a graduate from pharmacy
Huh?
to be a supervisor
this
for
is not. This is
to be a supervisor for Sharia, not pharmacy, biotechnology, biotechnology, is it?
Now this one is
Yeah.
a different PEO from different
Yeah, okay.
kuliah.
For a supervisor in a Sharia compliant industry, because he is
Very
not
good
trained
point.
for that.
It's a good question, but we
Okay,
expect
so
the
clever.
biotechnology department
like-
to have this component.
If they have that component,
They
yes.
should have this component.
Yes.
Otherwise, they cannot. Actually.
Okay, let's break this. Very good. I like that point. Yang the
Dr. Majdan, yeah.
Dr. Majdan, correct. I also like that point. I also didn't see that. See? So which means we have to break this. So we have to say that maybe first they take the course, just like mentioned. Huh? How do we say it? We will say that more than 10%. Take the what? Take the took took the Sharia compliant certification. Yeah, so beautiful. So good.
Cannot? Boleh?
Good.
Baru.
Can.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, dari wait. Wait. Prof, I have to make disclaimer. Prof. Now, there is no right or wrong. Faham tak? So, if we bring this to the pharmacy, they say, biotech, they say, apa you guys buat ni? No, it's correct. There is no right or wrong. But once you have it, you have to show that you are achieving it. You understand this? So, it should be a consensus among your program members saying that, okay, this is what you want to measure. We think that these are the things that students are going to be fulfilled. It can change. It can differ from different. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, also can. Alright, so sorry, because I have to add another point. Okay, so one thing is you can do anything you want as long as you think that it is within the scope of a PEO. And how is the best way to know that you are talking the right language among your field, within your field? You do benchmarking. You go and say, hey, your friend from USM, can you show us? Can you share with us your PEO, your performance indicator, not your PEO, your performance indicator? Okay. You benchmark also the performance indicator, something that a lot of programs fail to do. They fail to ask this. Okay, ask. Kalau kata yang lain pun tak pernah buat, so maybe this is the time for you. I'm sure you have your group among all your, your field. Cakap, do you guys actually have completed this PEO, performance indicator? Do you have it? Can you share? Okay, benchmarking antara universities is also another way to see whether you're on the right track or not. Okay. Number 2 tu. So yeah, add. Betul? Macam tadi paling sebenarnya. Betul? Are you good? Yep, nice. What else can we do? Cuba fikir anything else tak yang we can actually do yang kita maybe tak nampak tapi sebenarnya boleh yang kita boleh buat.
Can we say the remaining will become simply a biotechnology?
Can also.
The remaining will become biotechnology.
The remaining one you don't have to worry. Yes.
You don't have to worry.
Don't have to worry about the remaining one.
For example, more.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 100%. Yeah. Okay.
For example, more than 5% produce innovation that contribute to the Muslim Ummah.
Wait, innovation. Coming. Okay. Alright, so we do that. What is it?
Research program.
Research. Apa?
More than 5%.
More than 5%
of graduates.
Produce
innovation. Products.
Innovations or products
That contribute to the Muslim Ummah.
But then, okay, now I want to. This is a very good point. But apa yang missing? Apa yang missing? Okay, I want you to see because remember PEO, it should be able to reflect to your program, right? So if I pick this out, 5% produce innovation into innovation. So the add products that contribute. Correct. You must put the context. It must be specific. Very good. So in biotechnology. Yeah, exactly. Feel. Very good. Dah. Boleh balik ah? Okay, jap. Doktor, ya. Okay, betul. So tu yang cakap tadi tu, yang macam ni, yang Yang tadi yang kosong, liku penduduk. So yang itu is very scary, betul. That's a very good, valid, very valid. So if unless you want to do like this. Like that. But then we don't do this. You do this is so difficult lah. Okay, tapi tak apalah, korang nak buat. Tapi we never do this lah. But definitely 0 means you're not achieving it, right? Betul? Alright, you want to go another one or you want to do your specific one now? Okay, so if, as mentioned by, I talked to Wanja when she wanted to allot the time. So I said that the remaining time is for you guys to do it and I then and see. So, if you ask me, now we only done with the performance indicator. We haven't actually do the survey question. So you want to jump to the survey question first and then you do yourself ke macam mana? Boleh. Alright. We do the survey question. Okay. Survey question. So the okay, so now you have your PEO, you review your PEO statement, you do your CR. And then in your CR also you review your performance indicator. Now assuming that this is your performance indicator, now it's time for you to issue out the survey question. I repeat, now it is time for you to issue out the survey question. Okay, jom kita buat. Let me just pull this one. Okay, kalau tanya macam tu. Okay, very good. The question is, how many questions should we actually issue out? Okay. Indicator, how many indicators should we have? So if you ask me, yang paling penting is you need to have enough. What does it mean by having enough? One question maybe can kill many bullets. This is what I mentioned to Dr. Madi and also when I work with COED also. When you want to work, you always must have backup the data. Okay, like for example your PEO ni, okay, we want to measure ethics actually. But I want to have an additional question because we know when writing a survey question, if it's too many, students will never answer it. Am I right? And if you have one question that can kill many birds, that's even better. Am I right? But then that's what I'm saying. So only you know if you ask me. Just need to know whether or not it is enough for you, then it's fine. Okay, we also at engineering, let me tell you, okay, engineering, apa engineering buat? We have multiple. Let's say for one PEO, we have 3 or 4 performance indicator, but we say at least 2 out of 4. Alamak, tu bagi tahu secret. I repeat. Okay, engineering, kita buat macam mana? We have more 3 to 4. We have 3 to 4 performance indicator for one PEO. But then we have a clause statement out there. Student achieve at least 2 of the performance indicator in the 4. But in this case, like 3, only 1, 2. Okay, but you need to be able to justify and all members should know why. Apa yang jadi issue will be issued is when interview, the assessor will ask, do you know about your kuliah performance indicator? Yes. How many performance indicator you have? I don't know. Memang gone. So everybody should be able to know. Because I know, let me tell you one thing. When I first joined KCA, when I look at your, we call in engineering, we call self-review report. The one that you submit for MKA 04, MKA 02. When I first read from outside from kuliah engineering one, I was shocked, to be honest. Let me tell you, I was shocked. And I was like, Dr. Diana, betul ke ni? Boleh hantar ni nak bagi assessor ni? Ni tak ada evidence, ni tak cukup, ni tak ada, ni tak ada. And Dr. Diana said to me this, Amy, take off your engineering hat. So I took off my engineering hat and I macam, okay lah, kita just tawakal, hantar, the assessor tak comment anything. I macam was so shocked. What I'm trying to say is, I know outside from professional body, things are a bit lenient. but we don't take it for granted. Boleh Okay, maksudnya you need to know why, don't take this for granted. Although I do not know lah, suddenly the MQA officer nak change to become more rigid, okay, more specific, and I don't know when the time comes. But I want to tell you, it's very lenient with SWA, especially with SWA. We take assessor yang mana we don't like, we blacklist terus. Yang hantar report lambat, we blacklist. You understand? So with SWA, it really helps us a lot. So in order for us to get SWA, the last time we do our SWA accreditation audit, why it was delayed is because program owners, us, didn't complete our curriculum review. So that's why we have to do another one in November 2024. So it is a collective effort by all staff sebenarnya. If you want the easy part, SWA, make sure you just follow what you need to do at the university level. KCA sekarang cakap apa? They actually doing the minimum. Okay? Alright, jom. Now you want to do the survey question. So I already hinted out, you can do 2 out of 3. At least 2 achieve. Alright, jom. The first one we look at least 75% become practicing pharmacists. So what kind of question that you want to send out to your student? Survey question. This survey kan? You need to come up. The easiest way is to produce survey question. Okay.
I work as a practicing pharmacist. Agree or disagree?
Best student, ajalah. Bro, very good. That's good. Yeah. So I work as pharmacist, but you have to put the timeline kan? Pharmacist in the past 3 to 5 years. Pharmacy pula. Ambil weh. Yes? No. Ya Allah, don't put maybe, don't put maybe. Yeah, you must put it. Now don't, you avoid 5. If you do Likert scale, avoid 5, do 4. Tahu? You do 4. Alright. Very good. 100 this one. Lagi. Up to you. Remember, survey question to alumni, they don't have much time. Kita pun dapat survey from tapi PhD punya banyak sikit lah. Dia pun 15 minit kan. Okay, right.
The same question is repeated. I work as a pharmacist in a government agency.
So easy, right? Easy, kacang putih. So which one is the difficult part? I work as a pharmacist in a government agency. Okay, betul kan? Alright.
So the first thing to go is
So clever one. Fast learners. Brilliant. Yes. Oh, no question. Okay. Do you want to know when? Where? You want to know where? If let's say, so if you want to add, so if no, you want to add, that one is for your database. If no, where? You can also add.
yes.
You can also add. But just remember, if you, this kind of question is what I meant by backup question. So you just want to know, okay, it's working in industry or maybe not working at all. Okay, so these are the backup kind of questions that you know that you can make use of it to answer to some of the questions.
Another thing is that you can ask repeat multiple answers.
Betul?
For example, working in the industry, NGO.
Betul.
You can get many.
Very good. Another one is, yes, superb. So I work as pharmacist in
Government sector,
Yeah.
private sector.
Another one is you do that.
Betul saja dapat data.
Yes, yeah. Okay, if you ask me betul, yang drop down, then you do drop down, and you list all. Like drop down, and then if it's like that one is better, easier for you to analyze. When you ask them to type, macam kalau macam Emilia Wong, salah eja, then you have to do the wrong. Yeah, then I
And
know
then,
salah eja.
banyak kerja kalau tulis if nowhere and then you have to what?
Betul.
Tabulate.
But also can What I'm saying is can. Okay, means you either do easy one or you do harder one, but easier analysis, easier at the front, harder analysis. Both can. Lagi. What the question? Lagi? Survey question. Oh, I want to open. I want to own. I wish to own. So
You can say I open. Stroke am affiliated.
Or affiliated.
Am affiliated.
To a pharmacy store. Pharmacy company.
Tak apalah. Okay.
You can do but to different positions better.
Oh, boleh. Betul kan?
I rasa these are two different questions. Open and affiliated.
Pecahkan.
Otherwise, I have opened or affiliated prayer.
Okay, but then you cannot. That one will be if you put in one statement. It's like make it two. Betul. So we want to avoid double barrel as well, so that easier for you to analyze. Yay, semua dah tahu dah. Habis dah. Okay, jap. Kita nak because I want to see yang apa ni, yang ini. We do one, this one. Ni Arabic. We do this one. I think this one I took from Dr. Radwa. Lead the community holistically. Ini macam yang ini. This one is more of like more of apa? Okay. Let lead the community holistically. Initial solution to problem related to Arabic language and literature as well as other interdisciplinary domains. Trustworthy for trade and Alright, I want to get some feedback on this one. Jom. Okay, lepas tu if you said we call it a day, we call it a day. Okay? Alright, anyone? This one I think a bit kena fikir sikit. This one have to fikir sikit. Meja belakang, kita panggil meja belakang. Ustazah, belakang tu panggil satu nama Ustazah. Suruh dia orang, Ustazah pilihlah seorang. Okey. Doktor Wati, Ustazah yang pilih, bukan dia pilih awak. Okay.
Can we say at least 5%?
Best student ni kan.
Can we say at least 10% will at least 10% have engaged in devising in developing a software.
At least 10%
Arabic learning software.
develop
Software or app?
software
Provide solutions to
software to Arabic.
To Arabic language and literature.
Wah. Okay, as a developer myself, 3 to 5 years boleh lah buat satu je lah tapi.
We don't talk about literature here. We talk about at least 10% develop software to Arabic language learning.
Initiated.
That is easy.
Initiate solution. Initiate solution. Yeah.
Develop means you already completed. Alas, done. People can use. Initiated. Now you have to think. If you put initiated, what is the survey question that you want to do? Have you started? That's like that. Kan? If you say initiated, right? If you say initiate solution, if let's say, okay, that's just because this one is what I think that if let's say you want to do this, initiate solution. Okay, if you ask this term initiate solution is bigger, means wider compared to develop software, because development of software is one of an initiative to a solution, right? Betul. So, but then fikir kejap. So, at least 10% initiate solutions to Arabic language. Itulah what the question. So, if let's say I want to put here, that one is okay. Now, the survey question. Cepat, we do for this one. What's the survey question that you're going to ask? If you have this as the performance indicator, what is the survey question that you're going to ask your student, your graduates? Graduates. Yeah. That one is even bigger. Betul. Ustazah punya greater. Open more doors for you to get positive feedback. Okay, Ustazah say this. Ustazah kata at least 10 initial solutions based on their, cannot say expertise je, it has to be specific. No, knowledge apa? Relate your program. Based on their, you kena feel kan? Based on their, let's say we put the Arabic field. Do you call it Arabic field or what? What is it? What is it? Arabic related what? Field? What is it? The language, right? Okay, so
teaching and learning.
So based on their Arabic language field.
Teaching and learning.
Okay, based on their apa? I'm getting proficiency.
Arabic teaching and learning.
No, this is not teaching and learning anymore. 3 to 5 years, they are no longer there.
Competency.
Competency on their based on their. Is it betul? Is it a competency? Betul? Is it?
Betul.
Do you use this Arabic language competency? Huh? No, I want to know because I'm not. This is not my field. Do you call it Arabic? Okay, boleh. Okay. So at least 10% initiate based on the Arabic language competency. Lagi sambung. Oh, proficiency. And. Panjang sangat. Okay. And which one is higher? Which one is a hierarchical? Which one is higher?
Only one, either competency or proficiency.
Which one? Pilih satu. Which one is the higher at the higher hierarchy? Competency sini, proficiency sini, or proficiency sini, competency which one? Use one. Competency yang I don't know. I'm not English people. I don't know language. I makan belacan. Now, language proficiency. Tak boleh Betul. So initial solution based on any. Full stop sini macam ni. Macam ni betul. Because if you ask me, I said okay, so it's like kan, because initial solution apa dalam otak sebenarnya dah jawab dah tu problems lah, takkan initial solution you tak apa problem. So in my head
Tak, unless, are you saying that you want to be specific problems ke? From the way I see sebenarnya okay.
I mean, if they are assigned in any industry, they can have more access to some solutions proposed.
That's why I say, to me I nampak macam dah boleh full stop.
Tak boleh tak? At least 10% initial solutions on Arabic language proficiency. Tak payah base.
No, because they want it, Ustazah want to link to their expertise. So regardless of anywhere they apply their competency or proficiency, they can.
Which means they can be in banking, and yet they are proficient in the language, and they can initiate solutions, right?
Okay. Dr. Dina?
Yeah.
What
No, I was thinking like maybe what Dr. Rauda is trying to say is that irrespective of where they are, for example, if they are in banking, in commerce,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because
It doesn't matter.
it will be a bonus because of their Arabic proficiency.
Agree.
So,
That's what I'm saying. I can see that this one is a standing full stop there. So it opens up to anywhere. You have the Arabic language proficiency, you initiate solutions in any of the field.
and their workplaces.
Boleh. Kalau tahu workplaces, I think even if they didn't put workplaces because the question didn't say anything in workplaces. So it could be dia punya
Within the community.
Within the
A
community.
specific community within.
Okay, we can
At least
ask
the
that.
community policy.
So if you ask me, not having the within the community is already dah cukup
Sufficient, yeah?
sufficient sebenarnya. Alright, so the question would be that because now you have initiate solutions. Okay, are you involved? Oh, yelah, are you involved? Betul. Correct. Are you involved? Betul. Cepat salah. Are you involved?
Involved in a relationship.
Betul mana? Mana tu?
Are you involved in initiating solutions? Are you involved in initiating solutions?
Because you use the word initiate solution is
Are you involved in solving?
Can we say I am involved in providing solutions to the problems of Arabic language proficiency in my company or in my industry?
Best student, wait, slowly, best student. Are you involved in?
No, you don't ask a question. In a survey, you don't ask a question. You give a statement, ask them to say yes
Oh,
or
okay.
no.
Give statement. The statement is, boss, pasal.
I am involved in providing solutions related to Arabic language proficiency.
Habis.
Related to Arabic language proficiency in my community. Finish.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Habis.
Requiring.
Tapi cuma itulah, I'm seeing it as itulah, yeah, okay, exactly my point. So if you ask me, kan, I nampak macam this kind of the word initial solutions is like
Let's say we say I am involved in activities to improve Arabic language proficiency in my community.
Okay, that also can.
Can? Okay, Dr. Nazra, I think yours. I'm involved in Laju. Ustazah Nazra, Doctor, Prof. Again, this word. Again is not right. I'm involved in activities
To improve Arabic language proficiency within my community.
This one is more
My mind.
suka. Ya, sekejap nak. Cursor, tengah cari
Boleh tidur
cursor.
kandang.
Tengah cari cursor.
Tidur kat kandang.
Ya, betul?
Boleh.
Macam mana? Yang ini I nampak macam okay. Macam more objective. Faham ke? I do not know whether you see what I'm seeing because when you are writing the survey questions, you want okay, when you are writing your performance indicator, it must be specific to your program. It must have enough information to measure the attainment of your program. And it also must be objective. You kena macam cannot be too ambiguous. You must say, you cannot be like too generic, kan? Dah, settle? Habis?
Habis.
Satu je performance indicator for this. Any more? There's one.
Performance indicator.
There's two then. Give me two more. Two keywords.
75%.
Interdisciplinary.
Yeah, anyone can come here and type. Come. Come. Doctor
I see it, you type.
Apa burden? Apa?
75%.
Doktor apa tadi? Maju dah.
75%.
No, you want to type, can type.
How come?
How come? Come on, doctor, you help me. I can do my coaching. Thank you, Dr. Majudan. Actually, you guys have to do this. After this, your turn. You have to give me one. You are so quiet. I will give. No, you have to do the last one.
Oh, must at least. Then go to industry.
Nourishment ni.
Give me one. Now. Come here and type. After this. Tak apa, saya pun selalu balik je. Pasal saya ada autocorrect. Tak apa. So, man, so Dr. Majudan say at least 75% are involved in areas or industries requiring Arabic proficiency. Okay ke tak?
Basic.
Basic. Basic. Kenapa basic? Kenapa basic? Kenapa tak boleh tak ada basic? Now, this is a good point. Very valid point. See?
If
This is super.
if not basic is too ambitious.
Oh. If it's not basic, apa yang ada? I just want to know. Because this is not my field. No, because I think it's important because I think they put Dr. Majudan put 75% to be requiring the basic tu. So maksudnya kalau the intermediate and advanced. Moderate. I don't know what was it that you use.
But that one cannot be 75%.
So
Too
is that
high.
maksudnya that one can only be achieved? Is it difficult to
It's
achieve?
difficult to achieve.
Oh, difficult to achieve? Betul ni? Arabic punya department mana? Arabic department. HOD siapa? Dr. Taufik siapa? Tak mari. Dr. Taufik cakap Dr. Taufik tak mari. Cepat, I want to know because this is important because it will reflect on the percentage on the indicator. My question is it difficult to be a moderate Arabic to reach the moderate Arabic proficiency? Is it difficult to get the advanced Arabic proficiency? My question. HOD, tak tahu, alamak. Okay, jangan jawab macam tu dekat assessor. When assessor say, why 75%? You don't say, I don't know. You can goreng, jangan hangus. Okay? Now, faster. I just want to know, if let's say, okay, now I'm just going to give feedback, Dr. Majudan. So if let's say, as you mentioned, if you feel that it is difficult to reach moderate as well as advanced Arabic proficiency, then I accept. And I think it is a very good, valid point point keyword here in the PEO performance indicator. Very good. Okay, so these are the things that you have to capture. And for Dr. Majdan feels that it is impossible, he put the word basic. That's actually a good observation that he included here. Good job. Last one. Big boss. One more. There's one more.
Macam tourism. Just basic.
One more. Okay, one of the MPF domain is leadership. It's the first word there in the PEO. Kan, tolonglah dia.
Ya, betul. Okay.
You chat me. No, if you ask me boleh ke guna chat, boleh. Tapi
Revise lah. This is just an indicator.
boleh.
Because this is leadership. Question dia.
Ya, tak tahu jawab sampai lepas 3 tahun. Tapi 3 tahun batch tu batch tahun lepas tu kena ada survey. Maksudnya setiap tahun kena buat. Oh, ikut.
Okay, soalan. Boleh tak guna ChatGPT? Boleh. ChatGPT is a tools. Is a tools, right? Right now is a tools to assist us. Boleh. Okay, but you have to use it as a tool, not as a solution. I repeat, we use ChatGPT as a tool, not as a solution. Alright. Yang ini maksudnya soalan dia lebih kurang macam tu lah kan. You can ask the question is, I am involved or something. But to apply to basic Arabic proficiency, then the question might have, you just include the specific to show that it is a basic Arabic proficiency level kind of question. I think with that, I've covered all the information that I want everybody to have with regard to this PEO. Alright. Now, element survey is one. Okay. Then you also have to make a set of questions to ask from the employer survey. Okay. You want to have a different sets of questions to see whether or not your PEO your program is as good. Okay. So you can also send to your employer survey, the survey to the student's employer. Okay, and of course, definitely, one of the items that you can also use in gathering information about your program is from the news. Okay, you gather that and you use it. Done. Habis.
Can we use data that we can get from
Tracer study. Okay, now you know what is tracer study? Siapa tahu? What is tracer study? Now everybody need to know. What is tracer study? Yang tak tahu because you're gonna have your accreditation soon. So who is handling right now? In IIUM, who is handling? No.
CCSC.
Yes. Now you have your tracer study. Now, what's the difference between? Can you use data in tracer study? Yes. But the problem with tracer study is it is not specific to the program. The question that's asked, yes, more on the GE. Kenapa tak ada ni?
PG. Titles of
Belum upkan kot.
Titles of proposals.
They haven't updated it.
12 o'clock lagi 20 minit.
Okay, but you can look into the tracer survey question. It is not related to the PEO. So you can use the data on whether or not they are working or not. They graduate on time, what do they feel in general, but you cannot actually use it to measure your PEO attainment. Okay?
Doktor, is in CCSC not?
Itulah tengah nak cari kat ni, tak keluar.
CCSC.
Itulah dia dah jadi CCSC dah sekarang. Dia nak counselling kan? Itulah tapi tak keluar. Because yang itu dia tak ada yang latest kan? Lagi teruk itulah. There's actually rasanya ni semua tengah update kot. Okay, but if you look at the data, you find out that it is not particularly linked to your PEO. So hence the reason why you have to do this follow survey to your alumni. Any other questions? Ada tak? Ada. Okay. So then you have to link to your PEO. Which of them in your PEO saying that okay they become a scholar, for example, okay, a well-known scholars, for example. Then you can include that. Betul, definitely boleh. Lagi? Adakah? Dah tak adakah? Very good. Okay, that question is very, very good. How many respondent is sufficient? Aduh, I think you guys kan orang statistik kan? You guys bagi tahu kan? Berapa persen of our cohort? Okay, if the sample size, if you have 100 students, you should actually get about 30%, right? At least. Tapi, I know. Yeah, I know. But then let me tell you, when I started in our first accreditation 2010, at that time, yeah, the one that I involved after I returned from PhD kan, we only get five respondents from my cohort at that time, for the cohort. And then the examiner, the assessor came in and they really grilled us on that. We only get 2 years with interim report because we didn't achieve the sample size. Memang sakit lah at that time. After that, after 2 years with interim, and then we got another 1 year, and then we have to get 2. It is only in 2016, after 6 years of accreditation, we have 9 programs, then only we first get our 6 years. In engineering, we have up to 6 years. MQA up to 5 years, right? The maximum is 5 years. Engineering, we have up to 6 years. Only after 6 years of working back to back, then only we secure our first 6 years for one program. So it is, a lot of it has to do with the PEO attainment. Okay, so anything else? Tak ada dah? Manja, habis dah. That stakeholders is for your curriculum review survey. For your curriculum review, when you want to work on your self-assessment. For PEO attainment, just so on the employer survey tadi pun is also for you want to get feedback in general about your program. Okay?
bagus dia pengaruh kakak daripada pengaruh dia kuat dia nak baca balik
Boleh, you can. So but they have to understand lah, the longer the survey, then you might be able to get more response. Macam bila dia tengok 10 questions, maybe they wanted to answer eagerly. But more than that, then usually we will get lesser response. Up to you. Up to you. Again, as I mentioned, if you can kill two birds with one stone, do it. Okay, but you also want to have that backup question. Alright, before I end, I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for the participation. We have best student, clearly, Prof. Tamim. Okay, all the best to everyone working for your performance indicator as well as the survey question. Please make sure you issue them all to your respective cohort. And, all the best. That's all I can say. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much to Associate Prof. Dr. Amelia.
Perfect.
Before we end the session, I want to ask everyone to scan the attendance at your right and left side of the hall. Okay. So thank you very much to all participants. Nampak semua committed and consistent. So yes. So saya punya assuming tu salah tadi. During kita ambil gambar, I thought that we were participant were reduced. So salah lah sebenarnya. So thank you very much to all. Very committed. And then Dr. Amelia, thank you so much juga. So let's close our session with tasbih kafarah and surah.